And more importantly, it is the pillar of hope, the great, the infamous Duran. Duran, say what's up to the people.
What's up? Today, I think I'm gonna go by short leg shorty.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Short leg, short.
got my 7 miles in, burnt like probably like over 1,000 calories according to my phone. That might be incorrect, but I do it because I'm lonely, girl. I'd rather burn them with you, you know.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I'm picking it up.
About to take my shirt off in the book. Maybe
um,
not. Maybe not.
I mean, you could.
The crowd didn't seem too enthused. So.
But yeah, man, we back. Make sure you subscribe, iTunes, Theory of Everything, SoundCloud, Black Hat Production, and continue support, like, follow, comment, all that good shit. And before we get started, I'm glad the Clippers lost. I'm just throw that out there. The arrogance that they had. I'm excited, and that was probably I had fun on Twitter that night, and yeah, it was a lot of jokes, and I was here for it. And I'm glad none of their players have came back to social media yet because they don't want them problems. Because I've been checking. I've been looking for Pat Bev. I've been looking for Lemon Pepper Lou.
There
I've
ain't
been looking.
no Twitter in Cancun or Tulum, wherever they are.
So Lou, yeah. Um, yeah, I've been checking. So, whenever they do get back, I'm intrigued to see how they give it up because I know they're gonna have a lot of messages. They're gonna have a lot of mentions. I'm gonna be one of them. So yeah, it was a good time, and yeah, fuck them niggas, straight like that. Um, yeah, that's what I have for them. So for my Coleman's Corner, um, all money ain't good money. And what I mean by that is I feel as though sometimes within the black community, we just take money because we've never seen money and don't understand the ramifications of that. Meaning, depending on what you're getting the money for, like if it's a job or something like that, look at the job that you're doing and look at who your boss is and see if it's really worth that. And there's also a lot of power in saying no. That's a saying that's been said a lot. I'm going to say it. You can say no to a lot of different things. You don't have to say yes to everything. I know no is typically always the most difficult answer or the difficult option to do when it doesn't seem like that's realistic, but it is. And in most circumstances, no is always an option, even though you don't want to accept that for whatever the case may be. So just remember that. It's all money ain't good money. I know we're raised to feel like it is, but it's not. Yeah, that's my Coleman's Corner. Um, so for today's episode, we are going to do the theory of programming. Let's go with that. Theory of programming. And essentially what that is us kind of being us as in just the world, if you want to keep it specific to black people, essentially us being desensitized to everything that's going on in the world. Um, Black people getting killed by cops and shit like that. Um, Politics and the importance of voting. I put quotations up. Shout out to Kareem for telling us it's just as unstoppable as his hook shot. Thanks, Kareem. I know you only got a few more years left with us, but yeah, it's yeah. Have we become desensitized to everything that's going on in the world? Um, Deron, what how do you feel? Do you feel like it's we're being programmed to become desensitized, or is it just a natural thing that is happening?
I would like to say shout out Problem for smoking that intro on Coffee and Kush. Or Kush and Coffee? I think it's Coffee and Kush. But salute my guy. Just wanted to throw that in there. I would also like to say, hi Lena.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I just hope Elena is having a great day.
it's probably better now.
You make great music and you got a great face. But that comes secondary to the music. I don't want to sexualize this because I like your music too. But like, I got eyes, so yeah, you got a nice face. just sounds great. So I just hope Elena's having a good day. I've listened to a lot of Elena lately, so hi Elena. I'm gonna be honest, I was not listening. I think we're talking about programming, so I just want to say that Black lives do not matter. Nah, I'm playing. Ask me the question again. I
Do
was
you
thinking about Elena. I'm sorry.
okay? Programming. Do you think we've become desensitized due to programming, or have we just become desensitized just because of the fact that all of this shit just repeats itself?
I think programming made me not give a fuck, but like in the opposite way. Like the more y'all tell me I need to care, the less I care.
Okay.
Like even you, like you put up the air quotes so I can see your face and your hands. You put up the air quotes like you know the importance of voting, and you
Mhm.
still gonna vote for Trump. And
No,
I'm gonna be
first,
honest.
hold on. I am not voting for Trump.
Hey man, hey.
Hey, nothing. I'm telling you, I'm not voting for Trump. But continue.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna put it this way. I'm
Mhm.
making a breaking news. If you vote, I am not voting.
Like who? Like me?
Yeah,
Or like
you,
if
Colvin Esteban Ford Jr. Ford with an E Jr.
how the fuck that sound?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I just decided like, yeah, if you vote, I'm not voting.
Why?
I don't really have any, good reasons.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Clear, clearly.
I am super. I apologize, y'all. I'm super dehydrated right now. I'm trying not to take up on the mic, but clearly it's not working. Um, but yeah, I just decided like when we be talking about shit, you be coming in trying to be fake informed, and I just don't like your face. I don't like the questions you ask, and I just decided, you know what? I don't want to be involved. Nah,
Oh shit.
nah.
God damn. Nigga said faking for.
I even looked. Well, you don't be fake informed. You actually be asking questions, but I don't like questions. I don't like voting. I don't like you. Um, the legalization of marijuana is not up in my state, so even though I think we already passed it.
I thought we did too, but maybe I'm
I know we
tripping.
got medical, but I feel like maybe recreational we still have to vote on. I don't know. But either way, I looked at the stuff that was like on tap, and ain't none of that stuff, aroused me. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm here to say fuck them. It's the ignorant hour.
So because I'm voting, you not voting.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. That's.
Are
I
you
would say.
officially voting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sending my vote in though.
You're
I'm
going to
going.
the polling.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what's up.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I don't trust that shit. I mean, I don't trust going to the polling anyway. But I mean, pretty sure fucking Trump is going to win this PA and all anyway. But I'm gonna try to stop him.
Don't be so surprised.
Why you say that?
I know he won PA last election, but that was the first time that PA had gone Republican in like 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he promised a lot of these people in the parts of the state that I just don't give a fuck about. He
Mm-hmm.
promised them like a lot of shit surrounding jobs that I know ain't come back. And then
Mm.
your man jumping Joe Biden. I heard what he said about that fracking shit the other day. And well,
Mm-hmm.
we don't care about fracking, but there's a large percentage of the state. Well, I don't know about large, but there's a percentage of the state that does. So I feel like that might be like sexy for him.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. Where I'm at right now, my hopes ain't high. I'm be honest. Like I know that's kind of skewing my vision as far as the entire PA, but
Yeah, we don't
just
care about that part of PA. But the fact that he brought Penn State football back, that's going to mean a lot.
yeah, that's gonna do numbers in itself because you know white people in their football, like they can't do without it. So.
It should be a fun time. I mean, I'm gonna have a ball in November, knowing I have absolutely no skin in the game, no real skin.
Hmm.
I mean, I live in America, but like I'm black, so I'm gonna get
Okay.
in where I fit in regardless. So this don't really bother me who the president. I know that's probably like sound blasphemous, but I told y'all a
Hmm.
few weeks ago that I am a terrible black person. I've decided that I just don't care.
You're just gonna lean into it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying, but like, I'm not
Okay.
going to like hide the fact that I don't know it all and I'm not informed. Like, I wouldn't be a part of the problem.
Okay. All right. I mean, at least you acknowledge it. So that's good. Um, okay. So something that was posed to me is the media portrays racism more than racism actually exists.
This was a white person that proposed it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Thought so. Continue.
um, clearly, I don't agree. But why do white people feel that way? I mean, you all right, you can't speak for white people. Why is that something that is being thought of as
I could try.
though? I mean, by all means, but like, why is that something that they're going to as far as like, well, like I don't think it's as bad as like what they're doing. Like they don't talk about when like a white person gets killed by like the cops or something like that, but they always have to put it out there when it's a black person or minority.
I think a part of that has to do with programming, especially if they like
Yeah.
watch Fox News. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm not one of those people that says CNN is any better. CNN is super biased too, just the other way. But at least with
Hmm.
CNN, like CNN will leave key details out of a story,
Hmm.
while Fox News just flat out lie
Hmm.
on like some Rick James shit. Like I would never grind my feet in another man's couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grinding my feet in another man's couch.
Okay. Okay.
And also like you raised a valid point about how you just assuming it's a foregone conclusion that Trump's going to win PA just based upon where you at. Like if that shit's not in your face every day, it's easy to assume that it ain't happening. Well, I'm not seeing
Yeah.
it, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure, like, it's one of those things where you're just blatantly not acknowledging it, because I'm sure they see it. I'm sure they see when it's racist shit. Maybe, I mean, all right, maybe that's me giving them too much credit. Maybe they don't see it because they're not being subjected to actually, having it done to them. So they don't
Yeah.
maybe realize it. So that could be me giving them too much credit. But I just find it hard to believe that you don't see it. Like it's like it's pure as well. I'm speaking from this. I guess will be black privilege, but I can spot that, but like more than like a white person would. But I just think that that's something that you should just, I don't know. I just think you should be able to see it a lot. It's easy to spot.
If you're looking for it.
Yeah, that's it. That's also.
Wait, that sounds kind of crazy because I don't think we were like looking for races.
No, I don't think we're looking for. I think it just slap you in the face and you just realize what it is. Like, I'm not one of those people that think everything is like 100% of shit is racism, but a big part of it is that doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily get acknowledged. But yeah, I think that
I just didn't like how that sounded, especially because I always get, known as like the race person. Well, Ron brings race and
yeah,
everything. Like, I feel like I don't. I just feel like if you walking around not acknowledging it, and then you hear me talk, like, yeah, I'm sure it seems that way, but I'm really just talking about the shit that I see.
yeah, and I think honestly with that the difference with like black people and white people is that like we just acknowledge it that it exists more than what they do.
Yeah.
They think because they don't give off racist vibes or whatever that they say, oh, that means like all white people is like this. Like, no, that's not the case. Like, there's plenty of people that's blatantly racist and will show you if you give them the chance. So, um, but yeah, I think that's also potentially like you said, programming as well, as far as like how the media portrays shit. Because I mean, they don't really show white people when they get killed by cops. They show when they don't get killed, as far as like when they do their little crazy fucking entitled shit, like, why is this happening to me? Blah blah blah. They show those, but they don't necessarily show when a white person is getting killed by cops. But they
Mm.
are quick to show that shit with black people. Do you have a thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever is going to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a ratings game, so it's like it's like an echo chamber. You come in,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna show the shit that they think you want to hear and leave out the key details that doesn't fit into the format. Like with
Mm-hmm.
them two, I don't think Compton. I don't think Compton has a police department. I think there's sheriffs out there in LA County. Whatever, the
Mm-hmm.
law enforcement people, the two of them there, I'm sure you've probably heard of by now. They got fired on while sitting in their car minding their business.
Mm-hmm.
And like I heard a lot about how, the one was a mother of two and she was only 31 and she was super innocent and like this is the type of terrorism that we need off the streets and like this is why the cops got to be hard on black folks and blah blah blah, completely leaving out the fact that the woman I'm speaking of, granted, no, I don't think anybody should just get shot standing there, but
Mm-hmm.
she was connected to one of the I forget the name of the gang, but all you guys got to do is go on Google. The
Mm-hmm.
sheriff department of LA County has been getting in trouble for the past 20 years for these internal gangs where
Mm-hmm.
like they mission in life is to like literally just fuck up non-white people in LA County. Like you get
Yeah.
points for shooting and killing people. Like it's the same people that was taking pictures of the Kobe death scene. It's the same
Mm-hmm.
people that got pictures of people that got killed by the police, and they taking pictures and squatting with them, taking selfies and laughing at shit. It was the
Mm.
same people that security guard that just got killed. I think that was in July over there in Compton, during when
Mm-hmm.
the protests were like the worst, and
Yeah.
they can be heard on the audio laughing about it. So, we'll get over there when we feel like it. That's what happens when you let the black people loose.
Mm.
So
Okay.
while am I saying that she deserve to get shot in her mouth? No, but I'm a big believer in energy. So if you're a part of a gang that rolls like that, like Malcolm X
Yeah.
said, the chicken's got to come home to roost eventually.
Yeah. Even like I said when we talked about the like cops and shit before, like you may not be one of the bad apples, but like you're not trying to throw them bitches out.
Yeah.
So like,
But the news is not going to tell you about her involvement with. I wish I could remember the gang, but there are so many of them. It's not even funny. Like I was listening to Corey Holcomb talk, and it was like the last three. They not chiefs, whatever like the leader of the sheriff's department is out there. Like the last three. have gone to jail, because that's how corrupt it is out there.
Damn. Shit. Well. Yeah. I mean, in those type of areas, the more urban areas, yeah, the cops, yeah, I think that one of the things that they was trying to push across is like having the cops live in those like areas or whatever. I think that's important. I don't know if that's gonna change anything, but yeah, at least you get to see what the fuck is going on every day instead of just assuming niggas is just niggas.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's something that could help. I don't know how much help, but I think that would be a I guess a minor big step if you want to call it, but especially in those type of areas. So on the other side, the shit that happened in Lancaster with the guy that got killed, I've actually been fairly up to date on what's going on with that. And what I'll say is this.
Lancaster.
What I'll say is this.
That shit always makes me laugh. You can tell who is from the area and who not, because it's pronounced Lancaster, fool.
Well, fuck them. But what I'll say is this. You can't run at a cop with a knife. And I saw the video.
Sure you can.
You can. You right.
There's plenty of videos where people have done it and survived.
You're right. You can do that. But anybody that does, I mean, you might get shot. Maybe you shouldn't.
If you're not white.
Yeah, sure. If you're not white. But in general, like even the white people, like, yes, of course they're not going to get shot because they're not maybe intimidated by them because they just look crazy. But like, you can't, like, I don't really know what to expect in that situation from like the just when you run at somebody, when you run at a cop with a knife, like you're gonna get what you're gonna get. From the family standpoint, if this person has schizophrenia or whatever it is,
back up, tell the story, because I didn't bother reading about it. Okay. And we talking about Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There's niggas that listen to this shit in Russia, according to our page. They don't know what the fuck happened. So.
Okay, let me explain what happened there. So there was a domestic disturbance that was going on at this house that I guess has happened before. And the male has a lot of mental issues, and I guess apparently some of the local police know that he has some issues or whatever the case may be. And I guess they called because of the, domestic disturbance, but they were saying he was off his meds or something like that. So they were calling the cops to essentially calm him down or whatever to like get him stable or some shit like that. My first point with that is you should never call the cops with somebody got a mental, like, that's not, why would you do that, in my opinion? You shouldn't be calling the cops if you know your child or whatever has a mental issue that's that severe. Take his ass to a fucking instant, like, commit him.
Who else you supposed to call?
I'm not calling the cops.
I think that's really the issue. Is like I agree. Do not call the police, but then it's like, well, who do we got to help? Because like if you commit them, they're not gonna get no real treatment. That's basically jail. And there's like no type of outlet for shit like that that's going on in these communities. Yeah. Like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Yeah, that's true. But that's you gotta know.
There's no help for the anxious ladies out there.
Yeah. But you gotta know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be joking about that. Shout out Cancun P though.
he everything but a winner. Uh,
Vacation Poppy.
he might as well play in Drake little Drake little fake Drew League. But but anyway, but yeah, I think that yes, there's not really nowhere to maybe not have somebody to call in them situations, but if this is something that's well documented as far as the mental issues that he has, they have to do a better job of getting that under wraps as far as making sure he takes his meds or like I said, trying to commit them rather than getting the police involved and you call them saying that it's a domestic disturbance or whatever the case may be. So yeah, some of the cops in that department may have known about this person because this isn't the first time he done did some shit. But I'm pretty sure not all the cops knew about this. And like I said, you can't just run out of the house with a big ass knife chasing someone. I mean, you can, but you're gonna get what you're gonna get with that. White, black, whatever. You're gonna get what you're gonna get with that.
But it
It's fuck.
happens in a higher percentage to black people, and I think that's what the issue is.
Yes, I agree with that.
And
Like I
and I
think,
know what the numbers are. Well, more white people get shot by the police than black, but that's just because there's more white people in America.
yeah. So of course that that's gonna happen. Which I understand with the protest. It's not just this one singular event. It's a combination of everything that's going on. So I understand that. But from this particular incident, I think it could have went a lot of different ways by excluding the police. Is what I'm going to say. By excluding the police, it could have went maybe a positive way where he'd still be alive if they didn't get the police involved. And most minorities, which is fucked up, most minorities know shouldn't be getting the police involved in general. Like that's kind of like how we're raised not to get the police involved in any situation. So I just think they shouldn't have got them involved. I'm sorry. And then if they do get him involved because they feared for him killing whoever, whatever the case may be, then you kind of gotta don't come out here copping pleas for your son after the fact saying I wanted the cops to help him not kill him or wherever the case may be. Like I'm sorry, like I don't are the cops trained to deal with people with mental issues? Was that part of their training?
No,
I didn't
but
think
that's
so.
that's why I asked you earlier. Okay, don't involve the police, but who? Who do you call in? Because there's really no type of support like that. And yeah, it's easy for niggas to say just have them committed. First of all, most of them people with severe mental issues, they not getting no help in them facilities. And secondly, how you gonna get them there?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not saying that I don't have an answer for what they should have done. I just don't think they should have involved the police in a intense situation that involved knives and shit like that. I don't know if they should involve the police because we should know by now police don't know how to handle them type of situations. I think he could have went a little bit better had he didn't run out of the fucking house with a fucking big ass knife chasing a goddamn police person. But I think that like it's just I think they shouldn't have involved him. That's how I feel. But it's still the onus is all the fucked up part. The onus is always going to be on the oppressed, and I don't know if that's ever going to change. Like in life, to be honest with you, I don't know if that particular the onus being on the oppressed ever changes just because there's too many older white people with that mindset. Now, I know I said before, maybe once they die off, that might change, but
I
I'm
don't
sure
believe that no more.
yeah, I was about to say, I think I'm sure they raised whoever that's going to follow in their footsteps the exact same way that they were raised and got the same mindset. Because I'm sure those older white people, their family ain't around no minorities ever.
Like I was
So,
always under the impression that even if they wasn't raised around no minorities, like like they grow up liking the baby. They grow up liking LeBron. They grow up liking somebody black. So
hmm
so I thought that like there's no way you could like LeBron and hate black people. But I was wrong. I was so wrong. A lot of
yeah,
them don't even really like LeBron because it's like you're useless to me if you're not on the court.
yeah, yeah. They don't really give a fuck about
And
LeBron
that's
other than
that's what that little wildcat strike taught me. I was like, oh, y'all are some more hateful motherfuckers. Like I could get not rocking with certain shit because there's a lot of shit. There's some shit. Well, I won't say a lot. There's some shit going on with the movement that I can't get behind,
hmm
but I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna go out of my way to stop it or like I don't know. Some of the shit I'm seeing, like the lady that was throwing bricks at the runners because they're black, it's just like,
hmm
holy shit. Like, how
Yeah.
miserable is your fucking life?
Yeah. Like, how much do you have to hate yourself to be angry enough to throw bricks at another person, black person, just because what? They're running? Like, that's some sick ass shit. And
Like, don't get me wrong, I hate Steelers fans that live on this side of the state.
yeah,
Like, I don't understand it. Like, take your ass to Ohio. Like,
yeah,
why
y'all
are
don't
you
make
here?
yeah.
But I have no desire to like start fights with you. Like, I don't want to see you harmed. I just want you to shut up on Sundays because your team sucks and your quarterback is washed.
Yeah. And his elbow can go at any moment. Yeah, like that shit is crazy. And I agree with you. I'm convinced that that shit, the oppressed having to be the one to make the changes or whatever or figure shit out, that's just never going to change because the people in power are going to remain in power, and then the people that follow them are the same exact people for the most part.
And that's kind of what I was getting to with our conversation about the how fucked up it was that we was having the NFL.
hmm
Like the fact that I can tell that like people, like I said, I just assumed because they love LeBron they couldn't hate black people, but then like I realized that they weren't seeing LeBron like as a black person. Like he's
hmm
just a basketball player.
hmm
Like that's why I get a little apprehensive when I hear people like you or whoever when it's just like, oh man, just tell them niggas not to play. It ain't that hard. Like you're kind of stripping like the community connection away from them, and I feel like that's the same thing white people do. And I feel like that's a dangerous game to keep looking at them as not us, and vice versa. Even though sometimes it's hard, because I don't want to be lumped in with Kuzma, but I give Kuzma a pass because I know he was raised on that lead water.
hmm
No disrespect, Michigan don't kill me. No disrespect. I know how y'all get down. But I'm just saying, I know he probably
Yeah.
not all the way there, but it just makes me nervous because I know that the hateful folks do the same thing, and I don't even think people realize they do it because weird. That's one of the things we're programmed to do is like put them aside. Once you leave the hood, like you're no longer a part of us. Fuck that nigga, he get money. Like, yeah, but he's still a person. He still, goes through most of the shit that we go through.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some of them even more, because goddamn, I wouldn't want to go through what Dr. Dre is going through. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know what she caught that nigga doing, man. Or she just that spiteful of a woman. But like niggas was saying we ain't even gonna be able to call him Dr. Dre no more after this shit is over. Like she's coming for everything. I wish I might have to look into that to see if I can find out what he actually did. But he must have did some wild shit. Or she just that spiteful, which is also possible.
Still want to get
But
married?
yeah, I think it's come on. Never mind.
That's
But
a hell of a state to get a divorce in. California is like the worst state to get a divorce.
clearly, I didn't know it was like that. But god damn, like they
Well, no,
trying
that
to
that has nothing to do with California. She's just spiteful.
yeah
But them laws are not on. his side. So
Yeah.
it's like it kind of like encourages like the spitefulness because you can get away with a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what I will say for women, most women ain't just spiteful because of just to be spiteful. There's usually a reason for why they're being spiteful. Now, I don't know what this nigga Dr. Dre did, but I will say I'm pretty sure there's probably a legitimate reason why she's going after everything for this nigga. Unless she just a straight up gold digger, but they was married for like 20 years or 30 years, wherever long it was. So I'm pretty sure it ain't just that. That nigga Dre did some wild shit. I don't know if it was Odell Beckham with the shit, but he did some wild shit. I'm very confident in saying that. So we'll see what happens, but it seemed like every couple days more is coming out about what she asking for from this nigga. And also, don't expect a detox from Dre. Or music in general from him now. Like that nigga is going through it. So I wouldn't anticipate hearing much from him or verses. So y'all can get that shit out your mind now. But um yeah, well, the thing back to what you were saying about the we need to stop looking at like athletes as though they're not the same as us. My point has always been with anybody, which is what I was saying with my Colemans Corner. I know no was a difficult choice to make, but that is a choice. Anybody is in a situation that they don't necessarily feel comfortable in with job related or anything like that, as far as like when all this shit first like started and like with the essential workers and everything like that. Like, yeah, no.
I understand that, and you have every right to say that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's easy to say that. It's harder to do it.
Well, yes, that is true.
Like there's
I
some people
acknowledge
that's
that.
literally in a situation where they gotta take the bad money. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Like that shit
Yeah,
sounds good and try y'all love, fight the power. But sometimes you just gotta go get it.
yeah, that's true. I don't disagree with
And
that.
it's
I know.
fucked up that it's like that, but that's the situation that a lot of us are in this country.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm talking about at all levels. It don't matter whether you a hundredaire, a thousandaire, a millionaire.
Yeah, or a dollar error.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. But I mean, that's why I was saying I know it's a difficult choice to make, but sometimes you got to make the difficult decisions. Is all I'm saying. So
I hear you. I just don't. I'm personally not a fan of that. Like, especially like I told you on the phone, we was having a conversation. Especially when I know niggas got kids and they not gonna turn down the money.
hmm yeah,
I mean, I don't want to put your business out there, but you know what you do for a living. You fucking these students up.
yo, first of all, yeah.
I mean, you a cog in the system, baby. You telling other people turn down the money.
Oh shit! Nigga said you fucking up these niggas' money.
Yeah, don't be a nigga, and help me with the system. Delete a few zeros.
Hey, if I worked in that department, I would potentially, yeah, maybe I would try that, but I'm not in that department to delete nothing. Um, but yeah, nah, fuck that, nigga. I'm a part of like I'm in the system from a worker and from a fucking student. So
I
I,
hear you.
I ain't getting no benefits from that bitch. But yeah, nah, I feel you. I
Yeah, I
feel you.
mean, you are getting benefits. You're getting paid, right? Like your light. I'm looking. Your lights look like they on.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we on the internet still, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a job like any other job. Yeah.
That's my point. That's simply the other side to the point you're making, and I agree with you. But I'm just saying it's not always easy just to tell a nagga just drop the shit. Like we live
Yeah.
in a real world.
Yeah. That's
Like
true.
this is not a philosophical debate. I mean, it
Yeah.
is, but at the end of the day, we gotta eat.
Yeah. Kids gotta eat. But yeah, no, I feel you. I think that
These PlayStations gotta get bought.
All right, honest question.
Yes, I'm part of
Did
the problem. Yes, I'm proud of it.
no, I'm not. No,
Yes, I like white women.
no, it wasn't my
Oh,
question.
okay.
Um, did you feel for like a couple minutes or a couple seconds like, damn, I wish I had a girl to buy me the PS5?
Oh, for sure. All the
Okay.
hell I went through to go find mine, I was pissed. I was like, I am way too, you know, I'm way too talented of a motherfucker to have to be going, through this by myself. But in the day, like I said, you gotta go get it. This is the system. The system that we're in doesn't
Mm-hmm.
allow niggas like me to prosper in my current form, so I had to go get it how I had to go get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I can dig it. Um, yeah, yeah. It's been yeah, that's been a very, very heavy topic of discussion on fucking um Twitter as far as like niggas asking their girls to buy PS5. But yeah, I just wanted to know how you
If
felt.
you really like waiting on your girl to get it, good luck,
Mm-hmm.
cause I'm a nigga that's in tune,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been having money set aside since like last January. Well, since January,
Mm-hmm.
with the anticipation of this day coming.
Mm-hmm.
It was even a struggle for me to like get my hands on mine. So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, sending a girl off to handle that. That's probably like wild misogynistic, but like most women don't care about that shit. I mean, there are girl gamers out there, and if you got a girl gamer, shout out you. They
Mhm.
seem delightful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you don't, like, good luck. And because I mean, it's just like what you care about. The same thing like sending me off to go get a Birkin or like go get a wig from Tag. I'm gonna fuck that shit all the way up because I don't care. I mean, one nigga said like, why you keep spelling? I don't know why. My girl asked me for a Birkin. I don't know why she spelled Burlington like that. Like that would be me. I'm coming back in all the way fucked up. Here, nigga,
Yeah,
that's not what I said. So what?
yeah. A lot of men is like that. Like my mom done cussed my dad out a many a times for couldn't even get the right shit at the grocery store. So yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Like I said, if you're waiting on your girl, or if you got a girl that buy it for you, salute and good luck. Because I am one of the people old enough to remember the PS4 launch and the PS3 launch.
Mm,
Dark, dark
stressful
days
time.
ahead for you people that weren't in those first couple waves. Dark, dark days.
Stressful times.
So good luck.
Um
You know, I'll see y'all in March, I guess.
side note, did they give an official release date for the new iPhone?
No.
Alright, I didn't think so. Alright. But okay. Was there anything else you had on programming? Actually,
Yeah,
no. I have one thing.
go.
I think with sports, they do a terrible job with programming because they essentially big you up to like if you don't have a ring and you're a certain tier of player, you pretty much just weren't a good player. Be honest with you, like they kind of fuck it up for everybody to meet like the media when it comes to that type of shit. Like any sport. Well, the two major ones, basketball and football, where it's like if you reach a certain tier, like quarterback wise specifically, and you don't get a ring, you kind of looked at a certain type of way. So basketball specifically, just because it's more of an individual sport, if you get to a certain point, like I'm disrespecting the hell out of Giannis, but he deserved that shit. But yeah, like if
I
you get
don't
to a
have a
certain,
problem with that because if you're talking about the best of the best, like you got to split hairs, and the easiest hair to split is ring.
yeah, that's
Like
true.
I love Dan Marino, but I can't put him ahead of Joe Montana.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Dan was fucking nice.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was like the first like pure passer. Like I'm gonna get these for however many thousand yards, and like it's nothing y'all could do about it.
Yeah,
So
when
yeah,
people weren't doing that.
yeah. Like he was the first. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's true. Splitting hairs, but I just think that like there's benchmarks that a player should reach. Like I don't necessarily equate like you having to get a ring, but you should at least make it to like a Eastern or Western Conference Finals, make it to the actual finals a couple times because most of the time, like, yeah, I know they tell us about fucking like Jordan and shit like that, and he carried niggas, but that's not realistic. Like the fucking wins that Kobe got without Shaq, if it wasn't for fucking Ron Artest and Paul Gasol, like that nigga wasn't winning shit. Like you can't drag a team, but so far you can't drag a team to a win to get a ring. I'm sorry.
It's
You can
ESPN though.
drag, yeah,
What's the first letter of ESPN?
yeah, entertainment. You
Entertainment, boss. We're trying to sell a story here.
yeah, that's true.
I will say the media in general, like just the whole crux of how we consume media and how it's set up in general, is a bit problematic because it's all built on crusty ass old white men talking shit about young black men.
Yeah, that's the part that I don't like.
Like
I
honestly,
don't like. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that
like I know we all
because
love Cowherd and Bill Simmons and them, but sometimes they come off crazy just because they don't know, and there's certain things they're not going to know because they 50-year-old white men from most likely the Northeast talking about a bunch of 20-year-olds.
yeah, and there's sometimes they might come across blatantly racist
Yeah,
because they just don't know because that's their age gap and ain't nobody's telling them, hey, like you can't really say that. Like and once old people get old, niggas are stubborn. They're not changing. so
and
so
I know that the black people they got black people that are in sports media, but most of the time they're either former players or they're just the ones that are willing to toe the line and talk shit about black people most. So
yeah,
that I can say I do have a problem with sports media in general, which is why I don't consume it at the rate I used to.
yeah, yeah. That's true. I mean I kinda just use it kinda just to see what kind of how they look at certain players and if I agree or disagree. I try not to take the personalization from them. I try to take that out of it, but that's kind of the only part of it that I'm looking at. No, nothing really more than that. But yeah, that was the one point I wanted to touch on. Did you have another thing on programming?
Yeah, I'll just say in general, I mean, all this shit is programming down to like who you're attracted to, like the topics that you hold dear to. Somebody at some point has coached you through it.
Yeah,
Like, and I just want to say, as long as you know you acknowledge it and you do your best to, I don't want to say hear both sides of the story, but it's not necessarily a bad thing as long as you like aware.
yeah,
Like just do the knowledge. Like this is the information age, so you don't really have an excuse. Just like, oh well, this is what the TV's feeding me, so I gotta believe it. You don't necessarily have to. You could fact find yourself.
yeah. That's a very important thing to do. Like, do your own research. Don't just listen to what everybody is telling you, because 9 times out of 10, like, they be wrong. Like, I
Yeah.
listened to fucking Skip Bayless argue Shannon up and down about some shit that he didn't say when he said it multiple times, and he was doubling and tripling down. I was like, you don't have to do that. Like, all you gotta do is look back. Like, but
Like
yeah.
when I said I loved you at the time, I thought I did, but I was wrong, and that's your fault for not paying attention to the signs.
Yeah, that's true. You make a good point, Duran. um. Okay. Well, we know what time it is. You got an honesty hour for us?
Cocaine, justify my drugs. That shit with Mars, hilarious. Whoever put that verse out, you a fool. My honesty hour today. Where do I want to go with it? Wherever I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna be honest, motherfucker. Um, let's see. Where do I want to go today? I would like to be honest. Hmm, let's see. Today's honesty hour is well, first of all, this has nothing to do with nothing, but stop asking us to like normalize shit. I'm getting tired of that word. Like, we don't need to
Yes.
normalize shit. Just do whatever you want.
Yes, nigga. Oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing can we normalize shit. Like,
Like,
shut the fuck up.
yeah, I don't want to normalize shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And y'all just
Yeah,
gonna
like,
have to like grow up.
we'll have to deal with. Uh, but I'm sick of that shit. If I see another normalized, I'm gonna react. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm so tired of seeing that normalized bullshit. Like, shut the fuck up. Do whatever you want.
But let's see.
Shit.
Today's
Normalize saying faggot. Go ahead.
no, we will not do that. Let's let's go with today's honesty hour. I would like to just say that soulmates are real. So don't
Okay.
let anyone's current situation get in the way of your happiness. Because we
Okay.
only do this thing here once. I think, like, even if you come back, you're not gonna remember what's going on here. So it's like it don't even matter. So like, yeah, just go for yours. Like, I don't care if they have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, they if they really committed, whatever you saying, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
ain't gonna
if you're
matter.
making some headway, go for the goal. We only young once.
Make it messy.
Yeah. You heard what Conway said. Niggas blocking my goals, I'ma make it messy. See what I did there? Gotta kill a nigga you love, never make it messy.
Bitches still think yeah, Conway got his bag on that one.
I
But
rap the niggas, I could barely pronounce shit.
yeah, yeah, he got his bag on that joint. But
Right with a golden pen. Usually, he said, I write with a gold pen, but lately I ain't been writing. I just been going in. Go in,
mm,
nigga.
yeah, that shit was funny.
But yeah, that's all I got. Like, honestly, just like don't let another person get in the way of your happiness. Like, shoot your shot. Tired of all this, like, oh, they were in a relationship, leave them alone. No, it's a whole pandemic.
Okay.
Right? When I'm, having relations with women, and niggas are still hitting their phone. Ain't nobody respecting my privacy. So let's not
Mm,
respect nobody's.
okay.
Fuck it, knock or not, let's all go blind. Like
That's a
Steve.
bar. That's a bar.
Good shit, man. I'm tired of being civil.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it.
Break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored.
Oh shit.
I hear ya. I know I
Uh,
wouldn't be able to do anything with her, but I just like how she moves sometimes.
yeah, it shouldn't stop you from trying, or at least imagining. Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You got anything else for us?
Nah, that was it. Well, yeah, just go for yours. And even if you with somebody, just look at them. Like, if you like, nah, I feel like I can do better, don't let that stop you. Just kiss them on the forehead. Mwah, get back out in these streets. They ain't going nowhere. Look at them. If they had somewhere to go, they'd be there.
Okay.
They man with their mouth open.
Yeah.
I'm saying, just look at your significant other. If you like, ooh, they're kind of ugly. Like, shoot your shot at somebody else then, man. Fuck it. Let's see what true love really about.
Oh man.
Like, let's do that. Like, let's normalize putting your partner down.
All right, this is about to go. We gonna get out of here. This nigga been out of
Every once in a while, I tell your mother to make pancakes. I knock them off the table just to let her shit go left quick.
Yo, you a sick ass.
Succession is a funny ass show.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here. Make sure you subscribe, iTunes, Stare of Everything, SoundCloud, Black Hat Production. Make sure you follow us. Twitter, BH_production 5. And Duran's is _DRON. Instagram, BH_production. And Duran's is _DRON. Continue support, follow, like, comment, all that good shit. And Duran, close remarks.
Yeah, this nigga still wants to get married in the pandemic. So, because of his sheer just, disregard for what's going on in the world, I got to get it together. So, back out to the streets, here I come. I'll catch me back on Christian Mingle, freaking Deacon 89. I don't remember what my Tinder username is. I don't even know if my Tinder got a username. But yeah, catch me on these goddamn apps because these niggas is forcing this marriage ceremony upon us. I don't know if somebody's pregnant or what, but like December, here we come. So like we got like 3 months. Let's make it happen, bitches. I mean, women. Have a blessed day. I love you. Everybody under the sound of my voice, I love you.
All right.
Except you. That one person. Like, they heard this, like, I don't know if, like, he talking about me. I'm not. Fuck you. Next week, I'm going to tell you who I'm talking about. I said 2 weeks.
Okay.
Not a specific one. I'm coming in here to drop bombs over
it. Can't wait.
Shit, that might be the shirtless podcast. We'll see.
Oh shit, we about to get
about to do the naked cast. Fuck it.
Oh shit.
Somebody's got to push the culture forward. God damn it. Yeah. Sorry, Jesus. But yeah, in the words of Problem, like either you doing the choosing or you. Nah, I fucked the bar up. Sorry, Problem.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
Sex. My cheekbones look like they sunk. I don't like it.
You doing coke?
Nigga, no.
You sure?
Yes. There's no fun in doing coke and sitting inside.
Yeah, that's true.